That time, Rajiniji, he was a newcomer.
Right.
And even I was a newcomer too. Kamalji was an established actor. I'm very happy now I can choose what I really want to and what makes me comfortable. Honor and awards, it's really great.
You guys shared a beautiful chemistry in Khuda Gawah. Many people still remember that.
It's been always honor share a screen space with him.
Your favorite Sridevi movies?
English Vinglish.
English Vinglish.
Hi, I'm Sridevi. You're watching BollywoodHungama.com.
Something about your writing part, because I think even Balki, I think his writing is very intelligent. He comes from South, and the way he mixes Hindi and English, that's pretty interesting. What is your entire just approach towards writing any film whatsoever, any script? This is your first film.
This is my first
film.
So I don't know how I write. I mean, it's not a common thing since I haven't done 2, 3.
Right.
So since it's the first, I don't know how I write.
You're an ad filmmaker as well, so I'm sure that comes in handy as well. Or is designing? Yeah. Do you think from that perspective that you're designing maybe a product in a way, or that will cater to a certain market?
What I keep in mind is it needs to be interesting, needs to appeal, and it needs to hold you for that many hours, that 2 hours that you're sitting there. Right. I mean, and I'm very conscious of trying not to bore anybody. You know, I get bored easily myself, so I'm trying to keep that in mind. That people's patience levels and interest levels. That's what I.
Right. Many people in India, if you don't know English, it's considered like a stigma of sort. Many people will relate to it. Yeah. That not knowing English, I think Kapil Dev has said that, he just promoted that Rapidex English speaking course, and I think he recently said somewhere as well that the fact that he could not take education and get education at the right time maybe is something that is he's not comfortable with. But somewhere in India, we have this notion that if you know English, you're fine, you're refined and all. Somewhere is your film trying to maybe just break that myth? You're having a certain take on it in any way, or
I guess
something else?
In a sense, and what I'm trying to say is communication is far more important than language. Right. Connecting with people is a bigger deal than being able to speak English.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, great if you can learn a language, fantastic. I mean, you should learn as many languages. It's always a good thing.
Absolutely.
To know more. But that cannot be the be all and end all of judging a person.
Right.
That to feel superior because you know English, and to make someone feel inferior because they cannot speak it. Right. So we need to go beyond these barriers that we've created ourselves.
Right. In fact, also reading some comment from the entire Toronto, I think the mayhem that you guys have created, and someone said that saris will be in big vogue in the West from here on, because Sridevi is literally taken the entire consciousness of the West by, I think, your saris and the entire look, the way you've been just looking.
Thanks
I think
to Sabya, because really outstanding saris.
Right.
And he has really, it's great working with him in this movie.
Right.
Yeah, he designed all the saris for this character, Shashi.
And few women can carry off a sari so well like she does. So imagine such a sexy outfit like a sari and her wearing it, and Sabyasachi designing. I think it's
absolutely Sone pe Swaga. In fact, nothing can get better than that. We're sitting with you right now. I think it's a huge honor. We've seen your work, and amazing. I think Lamhe, what you've done in Lamhe is outstanding. If you have to rate her work, and she's had a fantastic body of work, your favorite Sridevi movies?
English Vinglish.
English Vinglish.
Not because I want to promote my movie, but because I've got a chance to actually see her perform live.
Right.
In front of me. I mean, rest of the time I've seen her straight on screen.
Right.
But I've seen her perform in front of me and bring to life things that I wrote. So it's like I'm this big fan of hers on the set live as she's performing.
Right.
So it's I think it's a brilliant performance.
Right. Sridevi ji, you've had a huge body of work. Many people would relate to you from like a Himmat Wala or a Tohfa or a Mawali, or I think Jitendra साहब के साथ में आपने जो films करे थे. At the same time, recently Barfi came, and Priyanka's character was considered just related to your character in Sadma. Benchmark जो है बना हुआ है that certain film that this is what the benchmark is. Does it make you feel good that people still remember those performances and relate to it and remember Lamhe? I think outstanding performance. Chandni and Chalbaz. I think they will always be etched in the minds of people. Nagina, I think Nagina, the biggest hit of that year, but I think 1986 or something, if I'm not mistaken.
They still remember this character, these films.
You being modest, in fact.
Huh?
You're being modest, I think.
No,
Right.
not at all. It's really honor,
Right.
big honor.
But still, like a movie like a Sadma, when you just look back at it, and I believe I was just reading about you, and you've done a film, I think in 1979 or something, with both Kamal Hassan Saab and Rajinikanth Saab. Both of them were there in a film, some South Indian film. I
Yes,
believe.
yes, yes.
I think that must have been something to imagine that both of them, they must have acted together. Must have been a great thing as well. And
That
you were
time,
part of it.
Rajiniji, he was a newcomer,
Right.
and even I was a newcomer too.
Right.
Kamalji was, established actor.
Right.
So, in front of him, we were like newcomers.
Right. All right, something more about English Vinglish. I would like to talk about Swanand Kirkire. I think his lyrics as well, I think is pretty interesting. There are other songs, I think the promos have not come out yet, but I think it's quite meaningful. Somewhere you're also discovering maybe the emptiness of a woman. Maybe she's married, she's having children, but maybe people are not trying to understand as to she's having a world apart from her domestic bliss as well. Is that the right?
Definitely, I think most women at some point in their lives forget about themselves because
Right.
this priority is always the other people,
Right.
his husband and children and family and mother-in-law, mother, parents, all of that. So some point of time you need, somewhere there's a personal needs and personal wishes and
Sure.
all that you want to fulfill or dreams or whatever. So it is about getting in touch with that and it happens to even men, I think. I mean, at some point you get so flown with your life and
Absolutely.
other responsibilities that somewhere you want to be in touch with who you are, as a person. So,
Right.
yes.
What's the duration of the film?
It's 2 hours.
2 hours. Fantastic. Sridevi ji, there are also, it's being mentioned that it's like a national award winning performance from Sridevi and all. So does these things really just make you feel good? And it's being said that 15 years you've not been acting, and maybe now I think you should be doing as many films as possible.
Well, it all depends what kind of script I'll get.
Right.
So, let's.
Have you been offered any scripts as such? Have there been any?
Yeah, but I'm very happy now. I can choose what I really want to and
Right.
what makes me comfortable.
Right. And what about national award or something? Do you think from that perspective? You've won, I think,
Come on, I
four Filmfare awards, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So I think national award is something that.
No, it is something which I can't. It is people who has to decide.
Because many people felt that you deserved it for Lamhe. Lamhe was an outstanding film, and the way it is still remembered, and it's very, very fresh. And Yashji, I think, at his best, in fact, the way he just performed. Chandni bhi aapne unke saath mein aapne kari hui hai, in fact. Somewhere, do you miss that? Maybe the awards and the honors and all in that regard?
Yeah, honor and awards are really, that's what you work for. Appreciation, and if you get it, it's nothing like that. It's really great.
Right.
But you can't just keeping that in your mind and performing.
Right. And you're also having a release in South. I think you're having Tamil as well as Telugu. Tamil, Ajit is there, and he's a big star down south as well. So that is something that, in totality, that is something which is good for you as well. Sridevi is huge down south. So that is something that makes you happy as well. Because in Mumbai, you're having 2 films releasing with you simultaneously. So maybe, I think for any producer or director, it's not maybe a happy situation to be in. But in overall context, you're happy with it?
Definitely. I mean, in fact, if I could and if we could make it in all Indian languages.
Absolutely.
But since there's only that much that you can do and
Right.
that much that is viable.
Right.
So I'm glad it's going to 2 more states.
Right.
We are really thankful to Ajit
Right,
saying yes to this film, and he didn't even take much time to.
Yeah,
Right.
he just came, he had fun.
It's very sweet of him.
Great. Mr. Bachchan is there as well, I think. So.
It's so gracious of him to accept this and do this for us. And he's amazing.
Right. I think you guys shared a beautiful chemistry in Khuda Gawah, and many people still remember that. And
It's been
Mr.
always honor share a screen space with him, and of course, though we did a few scenes together,
right.
it's been very.
And how was the experience of? I think you were on KBC the other day. How was the experience of being with him in
Experience,
KBC?
we had a great time, but
Right.
I don't know, Amitji.
Even he has tremendous energy.
Yeah,
Tremendous
absolutely,
energy.
absolutely.
It's tremendous energy, in fact. He's absolutely. Finally, what are you doing next after this?
Going home. Okay, I'm kidding. No, I don't know yet.
Right. Do you have a script ready? Have you?
No, nothing at all. I think once this
Fever gets over.
fever is.
Right. You're going to various other Indian cities for promoting it as well? No?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which
Go
all
to
cities are you?
Madras, I mean Chennai, Hyderabad,
Right.
and of course the interiors.
Yeah, Indore, Ahmedabad, and stuff like that. Delhi. Yeah.
Great. Finally, if you have to sum up English Vinglish, why people should be just looking forward to it, we've talked about.
I just hope everybody and everybody takes their families, friends, everyone, and you can
Children.
take children, grandparents, everyone. I mean, can go and watch this film, and it'll be interesting. I think 2 hours.
It's a good time. 2 hours is a good time. 2 hours is a good time. Personally, I'm looking forward to it. To be honest, it looks intelligent and nice sort of sense of humor. I think sense of humor is very important, and it looks like it for sure. So thank you very much for being on Bollywood Hungama, and a huge honor to have you on Bollywood Hungama. And we really hope that English Vinglish does exceedingly well, so that the film industry and the huge number of your fans all across the world can benefit from that, and you can do more movies. And I think you must do more movies. And all the best. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
That's all from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.